Hello, I think we are live now, guys. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Good afternoon, Nitin. Good afternoon, everyone who has joined. Good to see a lot of people have joined already. Hi, Ritika. Good afternoon to everyone who has joined. And I hope we have a very productive session today. We solve a lot of questions. Okay. Hi, Tanya. Good to see a lot of people have joined and are about to join also. So we'll wait for a couple of seconds. And in this particular stream, feel free to ask any questions that you have about quant, about CAT preparation in general. So good to see a lot of people have joined. Hi, Rahul. Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Hi, everyone who is joining. One small request from my side. Please like the stream, guys. It helps us reach more students and it would motivate us to have more of these streams. So please like the stream. Hi, everyone who has joined, and just drop in a hi on the chat box. Let me know how your preparation is going. What would be like the next step for you? Where are you like facing difficulty? Just let me know, and otherwise just drop a hi. That's enough. Hi, everyone who has joined. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Karthik. Okay, so in this particular stream, we'll be doing a lot of quant questions. So here, I'll be covering arithmetic, then Maruti will come and he'll do the remaining topics of like algebra, geometry, number systems, etc. So here we'll be doing like mixed solving. So this is like a solving session. We are going to just focus on solving a lot of questions. The more questions that you solve from now till November, the better you're going to do in the actual exam. So I want you guys to always attend these solving sessions, because it means that by the end of today's stream, you would have solved a lot of questions and you would have solved it in a very efficient way. If you're getting stuck, we'll be there to help you solve it also. So all of these solving sessions from now till CAT, I don't want you guys to miss any of them, because they will help you tremendously in improving your practice. Okay, so good to see a lot of people who have joined, and for all those who have joined, a small request from my side, please like the stream. It helps us quite a bit in reaching more students. Okay, ma'am, I haven't started geometry yet. I'm planning to start it in September. Is it okay? Tanya, that's a bit late. You can start off now. See, if your arithmetic and algebra is done, the next up is geometry. So start off with geometry. Don't delay it too much, because again, by September, I don't want you to be learning new things. By September, I want you to be practicing things that you have already learned. So try to finish off as much of the important portion in August itself. So if you see even like Cracku's courses, we try to make sure that all of the important stuff is done up ahead, so that in September, mostly it is smaller topics plus practice. From September, we're going to put a lot of like practice tests in your schedule, so that you are spending more time solving questions rather than learning for the first time. So if you are delaying like important topics, don't delay it beyond August. Ma'am, any tips to improve in DILR sections? Ayan, I would say that the important thing to know is that there are 4 topics that are going to be asked the most: tables and charts, puzzles, and arrangements. So I want you to know that this tables, any kind of tables, whether it's cumulative data, range-wise data, 2 connected table sets, table with missing values, any kind of table-based question comes, you should be able to solve it. Solve a lot of sets of that type. Also solve questions on charts. Know how to read every type of chart that is there. A line chart, bar chart, radar chart, any kind of chart that comes, you should be able to solve it. Then puzzles, do a lot of linear arrangement, circular arrangement, arrangement across levels, arrangement of attributes, and Einstein's puzzles. Do all of these easier LRDI sets very regularly and become an expert at it, because 1 or 2 sets from this type is definitely going to come. So if you are definitely solving 2 sets out of 5 or 2 sets out of 4, I know for sure that you're going to clear the DILR cutoff. So do this religiously, you will at least get to 90-95 percentile. Okay, good to see a lot of people who have joined. Hi everyone. My attempt rate is decent when it comes to algebra and geometry, but I always struggle when it comes to arithmetic despite regular practice. Also, how do I improve my calculation speed? See, if you're struggling in arithmetic, what I would say is that focus only on it for some period of time. When you do arithmetic with a bunch of other things, then you would not actually look at arithmetic properly. For some time, because you're already decent at algebra and geometry, what I would say is that just focus on arithmetic for a couple of weeks. Just solve like a lot of questions from arithmetic. Your speed is directly proportional to how many questions you have solved of a particular topic. So if you have solved 100 questions, you will take this much time. If you have solved 200 questions, you will take much less time. So if you want to improve your speed, the only thing you have to do is basically solve a lot of questions, and particularly from the topics that you struggle with. Okay, so let's get started today's session. We're going to start and try to solve a lot of questions from different sections. We'll start off with arithmetic. Guys, be ready with pen and paper. I want all of you guys to solve, okay? And we'll be solving here only. So I just want you to put in the answer in the chat box and I'll let you know if the answer is correct or wrong. And after the answer is done, if you made a mistake, tell me why you made a mistake. I want you to also review what mistakes you made. Okay, so let's get started. I hope everyone is ready with pen and paper. So let's get started. This is the first question. It's arithmetic. I want all of you to attempt it. And I'll give a shout out to the first person who gets it right. Don't need to pause, I'll give you time. I will start the timer also. So we have time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes per question. Try to solve each question. I'm going to wait till you solve it. You need not pause the video, just continue solving it. One small request from my side for everyone who is watching, please like the stream. Because I see a lot of people on the stream but very few likes. So guys, please like the stream. It helps us quite a bit in reaching more students. And if you think that we are helping your preparation, please like the stream. Come on, I want to see who is the first one to answer this question correctly. How long will today's lecture be? It will be around 2.5 to 3 hours. But you can pause at any time if you need a small break, take a break, go and come back. We'll still be here. And you can try to solve as many of the questions with us as possible. I'm going to wait for a few more, like a minute more for the first few answers to come. There's 1 minute more guys left, so try to solve it. I want everyone to at least attempt the question. Thank you, Ashu, for the compliment. Thank you very much. Arpan is asking me, ma'am, can I get a review of my profile 997? BSc Physics, currently doing MSc Physics in IIT Delhi. Will it give me an advantage? Also general plus male. I feel that your profile is good and always doing a second degree will definitely help in your academic points. Even in like conversion also it will help. So definitely an advantage. Again, you're general, non-engineer male. So I think the cutoffs will be high but not very high. I think like 99.3 should be where you would get most of the calls. But having said that, I would say that right now focus on, like, another person is asking about profile and I don't want this session to be all about profile. The important thing that you guys should remember is that whatever your profile is, you have to now only focus on improving your CAT score, because a lot of time, energy and mental space is given to this profile evaluation and it really won't change much. You can see it once, you can go to Cracku's call predictor, profile predictor and take a look at that. But your profile is not changing. So you can do it once, but spending a lot of mind space on that is really not needed. Focus and spend a lot of mind space on like maximizing your CAT score and CAT percentile. Okay. So I see the time is up and I've seen a lot of correct answers also. The first person to give the correct answer was Anuja, like lightning fast. Anuja, you are excellent. Very, very well done. Also correct answer from Gauri, from Sarthak, from Utpalkant, from Abhishek, Santosh, Nanda, Tanya. All of you guys have done very, very well. 80% this is the answer. I'll answer how. The guys who got 60 and 70, just try to take a look at where it went wrong. where the error might have crept up. Was it a silly mistake, calculation mistake? In these kind of questions, those kind of errors are the ones that are likely to occur because it's not a difficult question. So if an error has occurred, it is mostly a silly mistake. So I want you guys to be conscious of it and try to avoid it. So let's take a look at the question. Karan sells rose milk packets. By the end of each day, 25% of the packets with him get spoiled and hence he disposes them. He starts with 100 packets. He sells 20 packets of rose milk every day except the last day in which he sells 30 packets. By what percentage must he mark up the price of the packets if he wants to end up with a profit of 26%? So let's see day wise how is he going to sell. So let's say this is sells, loses and what is left over. So how many does he sell and loses left over? Okay, so day 1. Okay, so over here, let's try to solve this. So you have, I'll just make that table quickly. So what you have to show is how many does he sell, how many does he lose, how many does he have left over, okay? This is day 1. On day 1, how many is he going to sell? He sells 20 on most days other than the days where he has, other than the last day. Currently he started off with 100. So he's not going to sell like 30 right now, he's going to sell 20. Now, what is he going to lose? He is going to be losing 25% of the packets left with him. So at the end of each day, at the end of the day 1, how many packets are left with him? He has sold 20 packets, 80 packets are left with him. 25% of the packets with him get spoiled. So 25% of 80 is how much? 25% of 80 is 1/4 of 80, which is 20. So he is going to lose another 20 packets. So starting with 100, he is going to sell 20, he is going to lose 20, so he is going to be left with 60 packets. Now he is going to start day 2 with 60 packets. He is going to start with 60 packets, of which he is going to sell 20. Of these 20, how many is he left at the end of the day? 60 minus 20, he is going to be left with 40. Of this 40, how many is he going to lose? He is going to lose 1/4. 25% is essentially 1/4. So how many will he lose? 1/4 of 40, it's 10. So he's going to lose 10. So 60 minus 20 minus 10. So he's going to be left with 30 packets. Now if he's left with 30 packets, we know that he sells 30 packets on the last day. The only way he can sell 30 packets on the last day is if he sells it on day 3. So on day 3, he sells all of these 30 packets. He's left with 0 packets. So 0 of them go waste. And essentially, he is now left with nothing left. Okay. So he sells how many packets? 20, 20, 30. So he sells 70 packets. So 70 packets, let us say that he sells 70 packets at a cost of X. Okay. Suppose the 100 packets cost say 1 rupee per packet. So 100 packets would have cost 100 rupees. We need a overall profit percentage of, this would cost 100 rupees. So these 100 packets would cost 100 rupees, right? We need an overall profit percentage of 26%. So essentially these 70 packets should be going for how much? These 70 packets should be going for 100 plus 26%. How much is that? This is into 100. This is basically you are going to sell these 70 packets for 126. So you are going to sell what was 1 rupee per packet. You are going to sell these 70 packets for 126. So what should be the markup? From 1 rupee per packet, you are now going to, what is the per packet cost? 126 by 70. How much is that? This is 14 times 9. So 14 times 9 divided by 14 times 5. This is 1.8. So what is the percentage markup as such? What was the markup per packet? Earlier price that we assume for 100 packets 100 rupees. So the earlier cost that we assume per packet was 1. But now we have to sell it at 1.8 per packet. So what would be the percentage markup? that would be 1.8 divided by 1 minus 1. So 1.8 divided by 1 minus 1 would be 0.8, or in percentage terms, it would be 80%. Just let me know where you made a mistake. I think the mistake would be over here, because from this point on, it is fairly simple. So just let me know where you guys made a mistake. If everything is clear, if anybody has any doubt about this, ask now, otherwise we'll move to the next question. Just let me know where you made a mistake also, so that we know that not to make that kind of mistake. Okay, is everything clear for everyone? Okay. Musab, it is basically you solve 100 questions, everybody will become an expert. That's it. There is no no expertise, no talent. Talent is basically solving. That's it. That is all that is there. Miscalculated the number of brackets left. This basically is the place where a lot of people can make a mistake. So that's why I make a table, because when you make a table, right, you make it explicit. You make it like very clear. If you don't make a table, it becomes less clear. Okay, one small request from my side. I see a lot of people on the stream. Guys, quickly please all of you like the stream. If you think Cracku is helping you in your preparation, guys, please like the stream. And we'll move on to the next question. Come on guys, quickly like the stream. Okay. Ma'am, shouldn't be 25% of 100 packets? No. He spoils 25% of the packets with him. At the end of the day, what are the packets with him? Because he has already sold 20 packets, the packets with him at the end of the day are 80. So 25% of the packets with him will be 20. That is basically another place where a lot of people can make errors, okay? Okay, clear? Yes, the sold packet should not be considered in the packets which are left at the end of the day, which can spoil, okay? Okay, let's go. We can go to the next question. And guys, please like the stream. Anyone who is who thinks that Cracku is helping with their preparation, please like the stream. We'll go to the next question. I want every one of you to attempt. I want every one of you to tell me the answer, okay? And shout out to the first person who answers. Guys, this is slightly tricky. There is one scope for error, and I'll tell you where the scope for error is. This, make sure that you read this particular word properly, okay? This is the place where a lot of good students will also make an error. Ranjit, try solving again. Ranjit, you made a mistake. Ranjit, I think I misread your question. You were asking whether we should not include the packets in which he incurred a loss. See, basically what I did was, there were 100 packets, of which he sold 70, and he had to throw away 30. Balance 30 he had to throw away. So this 30 is going to get nothing for it. So he's going to basically get 0 from it. And the remaining 70, you have to basically figure out how much should you sell the remaining 70 for, such that the overall profit is of 26%. So I didn't consider these 30 because they are a waste. They are not going to generate any money. but all the money that is going to be generated is from here. So I calculated only for those 70 how much money they should generate. Okay, so some people are saying I'm getting a bunch of answers. Okay. Okay, time is up. So the first person with the correct answer was Sabha. Very well done. Then Sambit, then Meti, then Anuja, then Meti, then Sarthak, and okay. These are the guys who got the answer correctly, which is 85. So very, very well done, all of you. And very, very Sabha, you were the fastest. So very, very well done. So let's see how to solve these questions. 9 students appeared for an exam called DAT. The maximum marks for the exam are 120. It is known that each of the 9 students got a distinct positive score. The average of the marks scored by the 9 students was 99 marks and the median score of the 9 students was 97. What can be the maximum difference between the marks of the highest scorer and the marks of the lowest scorer? So how many people are there? Firstly, let's put that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we also know the median marks, which is, thank you. We also know the median marks, which is 97. So let's say this is the lowest, second lowest, third lowest, fourth lowest, fifth lowest, sixth lowest, seventh lowest, eighth lowest, and highest. Okay, these are the marks as such. So what is the median marks? Median marks is the middle value. The person who got the fifth highest marks or the fifth lowest marks or the fourth highest marks is the median value. So I know that this is 97, right? I also know that the max marks are 120. Nobody can get above 120. So these marks, this 9 and all is constrained by the max marks, which is of 120. Another thing that I know is that these marks need to be distinct integers. I also know that the average marks of the 9 students was 99. So if average is 99, what is the sum of the marks? The sum of the marks that you have is basically 9 into 99. This is the total number of marks that you have to distribute among these 9 people subject to certain conditions. So how much is this? This is 99 into 9, so 900 minus 9. So that would be 891. 891 I have to distribute in some way such that 9 cannot, all of these numbers have to be less than 90. This middle value, if I arrange them increasing order, this middle value has to be 97 and they have to be distinct values. And I have to find the max difference between the highest scorer and the lowest scorer. So my objective should be to make this lowest score as low as possible and my objective should be to make this score as high as possible. Now the 9 score should be as high as possible. The max I can possibly go is 120 marks because beyond that I cannot go. So I will say that this guy got, let's say the 9th guy got 120 marks. Okay? Because I am distributing these 891 marks among these people, I want the ends to be as far apart from each other as possible. So because I want this value to be as little as possible, I'll try to put as many marks on the higher end as I can. Then I'll get a very low value over here and that will make me happy because the difference between 120 and that value will be as low as possible. So to make this value as low as possible, so I'm going to give him very little. I'm going to try to push all the marks that I have, these 891 marks, among the remaining 8 people as much as possible so that this value is minimum and the difference is therefore maximum. So I have 891, I'm giving 120 to this guy. So the next guy also will give the highest possible value. The only issue is that they have to be distinct positive values. So since this is distinct values, after 120, I cannot put 120 again. I have to put a distinct lower value. So this I will put as 119. This will be 118 and this is 117. Why? Because I cannot make it equal to 120 and I'm trying to put as many marks up there as possible. I don't want to leave anything to this guy. I want to leave as little to this guy as possible. So I'm going to put 117, 118, 119 to this guy. For 4, 3 and 2, what should I put? Can I put 4, 116? No, because then 97 will not be the middle value, which means that number 4 value has to be lower than 97. So which value is lower than 97? I'll say that this is 96. What is the value lower than 96? This has to be 95. Then this has to be 94. And whatever is left, as little is left, that will be number 1 value. So from this I'll try to, from this 891, I'll try to deduct all of these values and I'll see what is left, and that will be value 1. So let us see what is left after I deduct all of this. If I take the sum of all of this, this will be 237 twice. So 237 twice will be 474. How much would that be? 474. This is 8, 7, this is 1, this is 470. Now these values I deduct. This is how much? This is 97 plus 94 is 191. 191 I'll get twice, so that is 382. So minus 382. How much do I get? 417 minus 382. This is 5. This is 3. So the last value I'm left over with is 35. This will be the value over here. A lot of people don't understand instinctively why this is happening. Why is maximizing like this? Why do we maximize or minimize like this? What is the constraint? The constraint is that the average has to be 99, which means that the sum has to be 891. So this 891 I have to distribute. Basically think of it in this way, that what could be, like I have 891 chocolates to distribute among 9 students. Each one has to get different number of chocolates. If I make them, arrange them in increasing order, what would be the lowest and highest? How can I maximize the highest? I cannot give anybody more than 120 chocolates. So I'll give the highest 120, the next highest 119, the next highest 118, and so on. Middle value is fixed. It is told that the middle value is 97. So I cannot mess with that. Then below that I have to put 96, below that 95, and so on. So I'm trying to take away as many chocolates from the lowest ranking guy as much as possible. I'm trying to make his total as low as possible so that this difference between 120 and 35 is as high as possible. So what is the difference between the highest scorer and the lowest scorer? 120 minus 35, the difference is 85. Okay? Anybody didn't understand any part of it, just let me know now. What is the minimum difference between the highest scorer and lowest scorer? Then basically I will not try to maximize over this end. I will, if I am to say that, okay, this is the minimum difference, when you are minimizing the difference, okay, I am answering RD's question that how do you minimize difference? When you are minimizing difference, you have this 99 as the average, right? So basically I will try to put as many values close to the average as possible. This 97 is here, so I will try to say that this is 98, or basically 891 has to be the total. I'll try to keep these values as close as possible. I'll try to keep these values as close as possible. And I'll try to keep these values as close to 97 as possible. So instead of 94 and putting this 35, I'll make this 93, okay? And over here, this will be 98, 99, or in some way I will try to make it so that the highest value is not too high. If I start with 99, I think, then I can probably balance such that the highest value is not too high. Okay, that would be the point. When you are maximizing, make the values as close to each other as possible. When you are maximizing the difference, you make them as far apart as possible. When you are minimizing the difference, you make them as close to each other as possible. Okay? Okay. Ninth को IST position पे रखा, first position पे रखा. नहीं, basically ninth is ninth lowest or basically highest value. So I am saying that arrange them in increasing order. This is the lowest, second lowest, so on. And ninth is basically the highest value that we have. Okay? Okay. So all average will be at 99. See, average basically over here, how are we taking the average is 99? We are calculating if average is 99, sum is 891. 9 into a 99 is 891. Once we have the sum, basically you have to distribute this sum across these 9 values. That's what you have to do. Okay? So let's take a look at the next question. Come on guys, I want all of you to solve, and I will give a shout out to the first person who solves. And guys, please like the stream. I see a lot of new guys. Please like the stream, guys. Can we expect sessions like this every week? Yes, every Saturday or Sunday we have these long sessions. We are going to have it for every weekend from now till CAT. So if you guys are seriously preparing for CAT, looking for a way in which you guys can practice every single weekend, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you tune us every Saturday or Sunday. We are going to have these live sessions and long live sessions, okay? It's okay, Aryan, I can see your answer. No need to put it again. For the guys who have put it once, it's enough. Last 30 seconds left. Come on, guys. Try to solve this. Okay. Time is up. Very well done for those who have gotten the correct answer. The first person to get the answer correct was Aryan. I don't know how you solved it so quickly, but excellent work. You solved it like lightning fast. Very, very well done. And next fast was Anuja. Anuja fast as always. Supraja, Sabha, very well done. Methi, very well done. Surendra, also excellent. Ronald, I know this was easy. Very well done on getting this right. Then Pratik, Musab, all of those guys who got the answer SC, very well done. Nanda, Sahil, Mihir, all of you guys did very, very well. I know some of you got some of the answers wrong, but that's fine. Just try to figure out why you made a mistake. These questions are the ones you should definitely get right, and the only reason you will get it wrong is because you are making some silly mistake. So let's see how to solve this question. Krishna takes 3 days more and Kumar takes 27 days more to complete a piece of work than if they were working together for the same piece of work. When Krishna, Kumar and Kirti work together, they can complete the work in 8 days. So let Krishna's speed be, say, R. Okay, and let I'll just make it different. Okay. Okay, so let's say Krishna's speed is, say, Krishna, this is Krishna and this is Kumar. Let Krishna's speed be R, efficiency of doing work or rate of doing work, let's say he does R units per day, and let Kumar's speed be M. Okay, and when they work together, if they are working together, what would be the speed? Together, the speed would be R plus M. Okay. Let the time taken when they are working together, let the time taken be T. So if time taken when they are working together is T, Krishna will take 3 more days than T, so it will be T plus 3. Similarly, if Kumar is working alone, how many days more does he take? He will take T plus 27, right? So the rate of doing work into time will be equal to work, and the work is same for all 3 cases. So can we form an equation by using that? So R, that is rate of Krishna doing work, plus into T plus 3, this will be equal to rate of Kumar doing work, M, into T plus 27, and this will be equal to R plus M into T, right? Now if I solve this equation, what do I get? This is RT plus 3R is equal to, if I take this part, this is equal to RT plus MT. So what is empty part? Empty part is equal to, this RT cancels on both sides. So RT is equal to 3R. Okay, this is one. Second part is over here. So we have M into T plus 27. This is equal to R plus MT. M into T, the whole into T. So if I expand, this is MT plus 27M is equal to RT plus MT. What is this? This cancels with this. So RT is how much? RT is equal to 27M. I have this equation, I have this equation. Can I find the value of M by R? Can I find what is the rate of doing work? Or can I find T by using this? One thing I can do is, I can like try to cross multiply in some way so that I can cancel off R and M. So over here I can write this as M by R is equal to how much? This is T by 3. Similarly, M by R will be equal to how much? Sorry, this is 27M is equal to RT. Did I make this? 27M is equal to RT. So M by R is T by 27. M by R, sorry, this is 3 by T. This is 3 by T. And over here we have M by R is equal to T by 27. So T by 27 is equal to 3 by T. If I equate, how much do I get? T by 27 is equal to 3 by T. If I solve this, I get T is equal to, T square is equal to 81, or T is equal to plus or minus 9, but negative days does not make sense in time speed distance. So T is equal to 9 days. So normally they would take 9 days if they work together, but when they work individually, Krishna will take 12 days and this guy will take 9 plus this, that is 36 days. Okay, so if they work together, they take 9 days. Alone, this guy takes 12 days. Together, Kumar, if Kumar does it, he will take 36 days. Now Kirti also joins them, and with Kirti, they do the work in how many days? They do the work in 8 days. So that means that R plus M is 9 days. They are doing, suppose at the time total unit is say 72 units, okay? I'm assuming 72 units because it is 8 days and 9 days, I'm taking the LCM of it. So that means that together, they do 8 units per day. So if they do 8 units per day, they will do the work in 9 days. But because Kirti is joining them, she is doing some additional work and together they are finishing the work in 8 days. So R plus M is 8 units per day. Okay. R plus M plus Kirti is say T. Okay. This is 72 divided by 8. That's 9 units per day. Which means that Kirti alone is doing 1 unit per day. So if Kirti alone is doing 1 unit per day, how many days, how many units of work does she do in the 8 days that they do the work together? She does 8 units. 8 out of the total 72 units. So how much of the total work did Kirti do? She does 8 units out of 72. That is 1/9 of the total work she is going to do, which is the correct answer is C, 1:9. So over here, basically you had to say that, okay, together, individually how much time they would take, together how much time they would take. You have to find an equation where you get the time taken. From the time taken, it becomes pretty simple because the time taken by them is that if they are working together, it is 9 days. If they are working with Kirti, it is 8 days. So basically the difference or the additional value done by Kirti every single day is 1/8 minus 1/9. 1/8 minus 1/9 is 1/72. So if Kirti had worked alone, she would have taken 72 days. So she is basically doing 1 unit per day. Out of 72 units, she is doing 1 unit per day. In 8 days, she is doing 8 units. 8 units out of 72, which means that she is doing 1/9 of the work. Okay. Can I take directly root of this? Yeah, you can directly take, because over here, I think the idea would be that if they are doing, it is basically you're getting the inverse ratio 3 by t and t by 27. So by equating them directly, you can say that 27 into 3, the square root of that, you will get 9 directly. That is also there. Okay. I'll give one more question and I'll answer any queries you guys have. And happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you guys also. And let's solve one more question and let's try to ace it. Come on, guys. Musab is saying, I'm finding VRC बहुत difficult lag raha hai. So basically, Musab, what I want you to do is, instead of focusing on full VRC, just focus on RC. Try to do well in RCs. Basically, what I want you to do is, in RCs, I want you to practice a lot of like doing active reading practice. Read a lot of articles, read a lot of like articles of different sources like philosophical, history, geography, every kind of article, and do active reading. That is, write down the main point of every paragraph that you're reading. Maintain like a book or a register. Every single day, try to read 2 articles, write down the main point of every paragraph that you're reading. Read at least 10 paragraphs or a longish article so that you get practice of doing active reading. Also practice 2 RCs every single day. I want you to focus only on this. Forget like parajumbles, OC, everything else. Just focus on this for an extended period of time till your RC improves. Once your RC improves, then the other things will fall in place. Okay. So Pratik is saying, I'm finding algebra difficult. I tried CAT 2024 algebra but couldn't do it. I would say again, split the topic into smaller parts. In algebra, what is easier? Quadratic equation is very formula driven. You can get very good at quadratic equation without getting good at all of algebra. Like polynomials, etc. might still be difficult, but you can get very good at quadratic. Then secondly, look at linear equations, special linear equations. Look at after quadratic and linear equations are done, then look at basically inequalities and mod function. Then like basically practice like incrementally. If you look at the hardest part, right? The hardest part is when you have quadratic equations and inequalities. Those kind of questions come often. Even in CAT 2024 algebra, those kind of questions came. But that is like the highest level. So slowly work your way up to it. Firstly, focus only on quadratic, then only on linear equations, then only on inequalities, then combination of quadratic and inequalities. Basically build yourself up slowly so that then you can do the harder questions. A lot of people have already answered and there's still time, so I want all of you to answer. I want everyone's answer in today. And the guys who have already who are watching and who feel that Cracku is helping with their preparation, please like the stream. And we'll be having these streams every single weekend. So either on Saturday or on Sunday, we are going to have these long streams. So if you want us to do more of these streams, please like the stream if you feel that we have been helping you. Okay, time is up. I think for a lot of people, the answer was very quick. Sabha did it very well. Sabha B answer, like first to answer, then Hemant, then Anand, Mihir, Meti, and Hariprasad, Surendra, okay. I think 84 is not there. Saksham, Sahil, Karthik, you got it wrong, but just I think Karthik and some of you guys got it wrong, but that's fine, okay? I think you got a odd number and you couldn't find it, so you gave the answer as none of these. But that also happens. I also, when I once solved it, I got 13:2. Then I was wondering, where did I make a mistake? I think the mistake a lot of people make while solving this is considering the mistake, like the distances that they consider are incorrect. So we'll see, we'll try to solve this so that we don't make the mistake in considering the distances. We'll draw it out so that the errors don't creep in. When you try to do it mentally without drawing it out, then the mistakes are likely to occur. So let's take a look at the questions. A train approaches a tunnel AB. Inside the tunnel is a cat located at a point which is 3/8 of the distance AB measured from the entrance A. So this is the tunnel. This is A. This is B. 3/8 of the distance. So let's say this total thing is 8x, okay? So she is 3x distance from A. So she is somewhere over here, the cat is somewhere over here. This is 3x, this is the remaining 5x, okay? When the train whistles, the cat runs. If the cat moves to the entrance of the tunnel, the train catches the cat exactly at the entrance. If the cat moves to the exit B, the train catches the cat at exactly the exit. What is the ratio of the speed of the train and the cat? So let's see that, okay, this is the train over here. It is a distance d from the entrance of the tunnel. So what is happening over here? That at this distance d, the train is giving out a whistle. The cat can either move in this direction or in this direction. But both of the time, what happens is that when the cat moves towards A, by the time cat reaches A, the train also reaches A. So basically, the time taken at the same time they are moving, right? So the cat and the train, from the time of whistle, they are covering that much distance. So this is a question of constant time. When it's a question of constant time, what can you say? The ratio of the distances will be equal to the ratio of the speed. Okay? In both cases, whether she is moving towards A or moving towards B, the time taken for the train to reach B is the same as the time taken for the cat to reach B. The time taken for the cat to reach A is the same as the time taken for the train to reach A. The distances they travel are different, but their time taken is same. If it's a question of constant time, you have to basically say distance 1 by distance 2 is the speed 1 by speed 2. If it is constant time, the distance is directly proportional to the speed. So let's say the train speed is t and the cat speed is c. So distance 1 is, what is the distance traveled by the train? The distance traveled by the train in this case is d. And what is the distance traveled by the cat? It is 3x. Okay, if it is moving towards A, the train travels this d distance and the cat travels this 3x distance. And they meet exactly at point A. So this d by 3x has to be equal to the speed of the train divided by the speed of the cat. Similarly, when she moves the other direction, what would be the distance covered by the train? If they are meeting at B, then the distance covered by the train is this entire distance d plus this 8x. So this d plus 8x will be how much? This would be divided by 5x, which is the distance covered by the cat. This would be the speed of the train divided by the speed of the cat. Can we equate this and find out the final answer? This is d by 3x. So x cancels over here, x cancels over here. So I can say 3d by 24x is equal to 5d. So 2d is equal to 24x, or d is equal to 12x. If d is equal to 12x, t by c is how much? T by c is d by 3x. That is 12x by 3x. X cancels, 12 by 3 is 4 by 1. So what is the ratio of the speed of the train to the speed of the cat? The ratio of their speeds is 4:1. Did you guys get how I got this? Whenever it is given, whenever the question is of constant time, the train puts the whistle and both of them start at that same moment and meet at this point. So it becomes a question of constant time. When it is a question of constant time, the ratio of the speeds is equal to the ratio of the distance. So whether they are coming towards A or whether both are moving towards and meeting at B. So when they are coming towards A, both are moving and meeting at the same point. Both are moving in the same direction. Remember, when you are considering in, like, say, any other way, if you are solving this, when she's moving towards A, they are moving in the same direction. When she is moving towards B, they are moving in when they are moving towards A, they are moving in opposite directions. Their relative velocity will be added. If you consider that she is moving towards B, then both of them are moving in same direction, and then you have to consider the relative velocity will be the difference of their speeds. If you have solved this through relative velocity, there's a chance you would make an error. So whenever it's a question of constant time, it's easier to actually solve it by considering ratio of distances rather than relative velocity, because in the two scenarios, the velocities taken have to be different. In the first case, when she's moving towards A, we have to add the speeds. When she's moving towards B, you have to deduct the speeds. So there is a chance of a error coming. So I always say that whenever it's a question of constant time, don't go to relative velocity, go to this. This is a better, safer method of getting the answer. Okay. So, okay, took AC 3x instead of 8 and CP 8x. Yeah, 3/8. I think that is also like a error a lot of people make, where they, when you say 3/8, right, they put this 3x and 8x and it would be 11, and then they would get 11:2 or something like that. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, relative velocity would get you slightly, sometimes can get you this -4/(1). That is, -4 is not possible, no, Sarthak. That itself should have like told you that it was probably a quadratic equation where you get +4 -4, and -4 you can anyway discard because it's not possible. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Guys, I want all of you to, okay, so this is basically all the free material that Cracku offers. If you guys are not a premium subscriber to Cracku also, there's a ton of material that we are offering for free. So firstly, we have 3 free CAT mocks. If you guys have not taken the mocks, please take them today, because it is taken by thousands of people, like a large base of students, and it will give you a very good idea of where you stand with respect to a very large student base who is seriously preparing for CAT. So please do check out Cracku's 3 free mocks. If you have not done them already, please take the free mocks. In addition to that, we have all the previous year's papers completely available for free. You can either download the PDF or you can take it as a mock. I would always recommend taking it as a mock, because that would basically give you a lot of confidence also. Suppose you take CAT 2024 and you suddenly score like 100, you will know for sure that if actually CAT day, if I score 100, I'm getting like a lot of calls. So always like take them in the mock format as much as possible, and also download the PDF and like solve every single question from every single previous paper. We also have these revision videos. We have revision videos for each of the sections: VARC revision video, LRDI revision video, quant revision video. The quant is like total, I think, is 4 hours or so, but in 4 hours you will complete entire quant. Similarly, we have revision videos for every single subject. We also have like question bank videos, like 100 quant questions, 100 most important quant questions, like most important DILR sets. So if you are looking for videos where you can sit and solve and get a lot of practice, please do check out our revision videos also. Okay, I am going to give you one more question and I want you guys to be prepared for it. I want everyone to solve this. This is a easy question. Everyone should get the correct answer. A fairly easy question. I would take that as a compliment, Darshit. I am a big fan of hers, so my whole family is a big fan of Koneru Hampi, so I take that as a compliment. Ma'am, I'm scoring 14 marks. How can I improve? Shreyas, basically, try to break down the problem instead of looking at the whole mock as such. Say that what is your next target in quant, in VARC, and in LRDI. In quant, I would say that target arithmetic. In arithmetic, getting to like 20-25 is easy if you target arithmetic and just get very good at arithmetic. You will get at least 20-25 in quant, even if you are not able to solve any other question from any other topic. So just like cut down the problem into saying that I have to get good at arithmetic, I have to get good at RC. In VARC, I want you to do active reading, practice active reading for quite a bit, and be able to solve 2 like RC sets with high level of accuracy. Try to target 80% accuracy. So take your time with the RC sets, but I want you to get it completely right. Then same in LRDI, I want you to be able to do charts, tables, puzzles and arrangements. That would mean that you are able to solve at least 1, if not 2 sets out of the sets that are there in the DLR section. This is basically breaking the problem down into a smaller goal, more achievable goal. Arithmetic, RC, tables, charts, puzzles and arrangements. Okay. D 32, 32, 32. Okay, a lot of people are able to solve this. There's timer. Without timer, I'm feeling confident. There is a timer over here, Danny, but basically it's a very generous timer of 3 minutes. But you're not seeing it, so you don't have the pressure of it, and that's always there. But I want you to look at it in this way, that timer pressure will always be there when you're taking the real exam. You have to get like immune to it. And how do you get immune to it? Just do that timer, like be under the timer pressure so often that you just know how to handle your nerves then. That would mean that you take like so many mocks that the timer does not affect you anymore. That's all you have to do. Okay, I see a lot of people have joined us now, and I see a lot of people watching us right now. So guys who have just joined us, one small request from my side. Please like the stream, guys. If you feel that we are doing a good job, if we are helping you, please like the stream. And I see all of you have gotten, most of you have gotten the right answer. So the first person to get the right answer was Mihir, very well done. And next was Anuja, as like lightning as always. Sabha, very, very fast. Sabha, excellent. Methi and Hemant, Sambit, RD, Saksham, all of you guys got it well. Karthik, Sarthak, Harsh, Nitin, Supraja, all of you guys, many of you guys got it right, and you're right, it is 32. So let's see how to do this one. Ajit goes to the market with some money. With that money, he can buy either 100 apples or 80 mangoes. He needs 20% of the money for the taxi fare. If he buys 40 apples, how many mangoes can he buy? In such questions, I generally do not like when there is no absolute value. See here, is it needed? Is any absolute value discussed? No, everything is in terms of like apples, mangoes or percentages. So what I will do is, I will assume any value that I find I like or I want. Because since there is no absolute value, everything is in percentage or relative terms, I can start with any value I'm comfortable with. So I will start with saying that he has say 100 rupees with him. With that he can buy 100 apples, which means that each apple will cost him 1 rupee. Or he can buy 80 mangoes, which means that each mango will cost him 100 by 80, that is 1.25 rupees. But he needs to keep 20% of the money for his taxi fare. So of this 100 he needs to keep 20, which means that he has only 80 rupees. Of these 80 rupees, he is going to buy 40 apples. Each apple is 1 rupee. So of this 80, he is going to buy 40, he is going to spend on these 40 apples. So he is left with another 40 rupees. In this 40 rupees, how many mangoes can he buy? Each mango is 1.25 rupees per mango. If he has 40 rupees, it is 40 divided by 1.25. 1.25, I can write it as 5 by 4 essentially. 1.25 is 5 by 4. So this is 8 times 8 into 4 is 32. So how many mangoes can he buy? Very simply, it is 32 mangoes. If you assume variables, if you assume anything which is not absolute, if you don't start with a nice round number like 100, you'll unnecessarily be dealing with like fractions which is not needed at all. Start with a nice round number 100. Say that of that 100 he has to keep 20 for fare. 100 rupees, 100 apples means each apple is 1 rupee. 100 rupees, 80 mangoes means each mango is 1.25. From that it becomes trivial to solve. Okay, very easy question guys. Come on. Okay, I think we have. But yeah, this is my last question. This is a slightly tricky question, not very easy, but I'm sure that you guys can do it. Come on guys, try to do this. You want to solve this? Okay.
Okay guys, the timer I think has started. Please try to solve it. Please do like the stream guys, we have 131 likes. I want to get to at least 300 likes, so I need 169 more likes. I'll try to look at the chat in the meantime. Sir, can you please explain if accuracy has a lot of impact on normalization, because my strategy is to attend 24 VRC questions and I to end up getting 15 to 16 questions right. Normalization is not at all impacted by accuracy. It is only impacted by your total score. That is, say you get 20 questions correct and 3 questions wrong. So your marks will be, assuming that all the 3 questions you got wrong, you are losing -1 marks, is 57. On the other hand, if you get 19 questions correct and you got no question wrong, in both of the cases, your normalization will be the same, absolutely the same. It is only impacted by your total score. So your strategy has to be only about maximizing your total score, nothing to do with normalization. Sir, my accuracy is good, but my speed is slow in quant. How to improve speed? Saksham Kaushik. Saksham, the only way you can improve your speed is by solving a lot of questions. So focus on solving more and more questions between 2 mocks. Between one mock and the other mock, try to solve as many questions as you can. Then your speed will increase. Many people got this correct as 0.5. But in general, it should be accuracy game. No, not necessarily, man. I don't think it is anything like that. At the end of the day, it is about maximizing your total score. So even if somebody guesses and have a good guessing game, even that person has my respect. I feel that nothing is about accuracy. You should not take anything like that on your ego. Many people feel that I will solve the hard questions, I'll solve the tough questions, I want to be that guy who can solve hard questions. I feel that is not a smart decision. You should focus on maximizing your score. That is what is important for CAT, nothing else. Okay guys, I think time is up. Let us try to solve this question. So here basically what we are told is that Ramesh wrote 25 consecutive natural numbers on a piece of paper and then he erased one of them. He realized that the new average of the numbers is 43.5. What is the difference between the original average and the new average? Let us assume that the 25 consecutive numbers he wrote are A plus 1, A plus 2 and so on, and the 25th number will be A plus 24. What is the sum of these 25 numbers? The sum of these 25 numbers is A plus 1 plus A plus 2 plus ... till A plus 24. There are 25 numbers, their sum will be 25A plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus ... till 24. We know the sum of the first n natural numbers. The sum of the first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. In this particular case, the sum of the first 24 natural numbers will be 24 into 25 divided by 2. This is 12. This is equal to 300. 25 into 12 is 300. The reason we wrote all of that is because the sum of these kind of 25 numbers is 25A plus 300. This is the original sum. What is the original average? 25A plus 300 divided by 25 is equal to A plus 12. This is the original average, which is basically 25A plus 300 divided by 300. Now one number is removed. That number is between these 25 numbers. So that is, that number that is removed is either A or A plus 1 or A plus 2 or A plus 24. The smallest number that can be removed is A. In that case, the new sum will be 24A plus 300. The largest number that can be removed is A plus 24. In that case, the sum is 24A plus 276. Now there are 24 numbers remaining. The sum is greater than 24A plus 276 and it is less than or equal to 24A plus 300. Because the original sum is 25A plus 300, one number is removed. The smallest number that can be removed is A, in which case the sum will be highest, it will be 24A plus 300. The largest number that can be removed is A plus 24, in which case the new sum is 24A plus 276. So the largest possible value of the new average is 24A plus 300 divided by 24, and the smallest possible value of the average is 24A plus 276 divided by 24. So the largest possible value of the average is a plus, what is 300 divided by 24? It is 12.5. The smallest possible value of the average is 24a plus 276, which is a plus, what is 276 divided by 24? It is 11.5. 43.5, which is the new average, lies between these two. 43.5 that we are given lies between a plus 12.5 and a plus 11.5. Or essentially what we are told is that a is greater than or equal to 43.5 minus 12.5 is 31, and a is less than or equal to 32, which is 43.5 minus 11.5. Basically there are only two possible values for a, which is either 31 or 32. If it is 31, just for your understanding, the numbers will be 31, 32, 33, till 55. And the average of all of these numbers, this is the value of a. What is the average? The average is given to be a plus 12. You can calculate their sum and you will calculate their average. Their average will be 43. Or the numbers will be 32, 33, 34, till 56. This is the second case. In this case, what is the average? The value of a is 32. The average is a plus 12, so it is 44. In both of the cases, the difference between the new average and the old average, because the new average is 43.5, is exactly equal to 0.5, which is option A. Let me look at the chart, and after that I'll go to the next question. People are saying they're having some issues with my audio. I'll try to speak up louder, guys. Sir, what should be the score to have a chance of 99.99 percentile in CAT? I think it depends on the difficulty level. The 99 percentile score, has been varying across the years, but typically I would say around 90 marks in the examination should be close to 99 percentile. So I would say approximately around 90 marks is something that you should target to stand a chance, but it will keep going up or down based on the difficulty level of the examination. Guys, please do like the stream. We have 137 likes. This will be a 3-hour stream, guys. Sir, I'm poor in VRC, getting 0 marks, how to improve? I would recommend you to inculcate a habit of reading. If you are reading good articles every single day, I think your score in VRC will automatically improve. So don't just solve RCs. Try to have a habit of reading even outside the mocks. Balay Singh sir, I just started preparing for Quant. For Quant, should I focus only on arithmetic? I think that is not at all a good idea. You should focus on all the 3 topics, arithmetic, algebra and geometry. I think all 3 are very important topics. I think many people are mentioning the correct answer as C. Very well done, guys. Karthik, Shreyas, Ranjit, Sarthak, Nitin Chanukya, Gunnam, Saksham Kaushik, Shraddha, all of these guys have gotten it correct. Sababas, Atulit Agarwal, all of these guys have actually gotten it correct. Okay, let us try to solve this question, guys. The time is up. X, y, and z are greater than 1. Then we are required to calculate what is the value of this one. Log of xy divided by log x. We know that in a logarithm, log of a plus b or a into b is equal to log of a plus log of b. So in this particular case, what is the value of log of xy divided by log x? Log of xy is equal to log of x plus log of y. Log of xy divided by log x is log of x plus log of y divided by log of x, which is equal to 1 plus log of y divided by log of x. Similarly, log of yz divided by log y, this will be equal to will be equal to 1 plus log of z divided by log of y. And the third one, which is log of xz divided by log of z, will be equal to 1 plus log of x divided by log of z. So if you are adding all of them, this plus this plus this, you are essentially getting 3 plus log of y divided by log of x plus log of z divided by log of y plus log of x divided by log of z. If you assume that log of x is equal to a, log of y is equal to b, and log of z is equal to c, this is basically of the form 3 plus b by a plus c by b plus a by c. This sum is always greater than or equal to 3. Why is that the case? Why is the value of b by a plus c by b plus a by c always greater than or equal to 3? It is always greater than or equal to 3 using the arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. So for example, if you have b by a plus c by b plus a by c divided by 3 is greater than or equal to their product. Their product, basically everything cancels each other. B by a into c by b into a by c is 1. So this sum, which is b by a plus c by b plus a by c, is greater than or equal to 3. So the overall sum will be definitely greater than or equal to 6. So the answer for this question is option C. It is always greater than or equal to 6. Let me look at the chart and then I will go to the next question. Voice is cutting a bit. Okay, sir, voice is not clear. Okay, something wrong with the audio. Okay, I think people are saying that it is close to my neck. Okay, I'll try to figure it out for the next question, guys. Thanks for... The next question is here. Let me try to fix this. Okay guys, I made some change to the mic. If the issue has resolved, let me know. Yeah sir, Arafat Singh, my quant score is not crossing 10. I'm terrified how to improve. Focus on only 3 topics, man. Don't go for don't feel nervous. Try to simplify your thinking. Focus that there are the 3 important topics. If you want, first focus on one topic, which is arithmetics. Remember that I think all 3 are important by the time of CAT. But for you to feel better about yourself, try to focus on one topic, which is arithmetic, and go all in into it. Okay. And go all in into it. Try to focus on arithmetic and try to understand all the concepts. Try to solve questions. Try to solve questions from previous year's papers. Try to focus on one topic and try to get your confidence up at least in that one topic. Then in the next couple of weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you can add other topics. But at least you should feel that I might not be very good at all the topics in quant, but there are certain areas of strength for me. That is how I think you should approach this. Okay, Anuja, people who have gotten the question correct, try to give the explanation also. Then I think it will be easier. I think Supraja and Anuja got the question correct. Very well done. But try to give a brief explanation so that I can give you a shout out for your explanation also. Yes, Saksham, you are correct. The correct answer is what you mentioned. Okay, guys, the time is up. Let us try to solve this question. Here we are told that the cost of 2 apples, 5 oranges and 7 mangoes is 200. If you assume that the cost of an apple is A, cost of an orange is O, and cost of a mango is M, what we are told is 2A plus 5O plus 7M is equal to 200. Similarly, the cost of 3 apples and 5 mangoes, that is 3A plus 5 mangoes, exceeds the cost of 6 oranges, that is minus 6O. This we are told is equal to 100. So we have 2 equations and we have 3 variables. The 3 variables are A, O and M. We have only 2 equations. But what we are asked to calculate is what is the, by how much does 39 oranges, that is, let me simplify this. This is, this basically what we are told is, the second equation is 3A minus 6O plus 5M. I just wrote the same thing. I just ensured that orange is below orange, mango is below mango. The first one, I think this is 7M. 2A plus 5O plus 7M. Okay, this is 3A plus 5M minus 6O. These are the two equations, and what we are told is the cost of 39 oranges, so 39O, and a mango exceeds the cost of 6 apples minus 6A is equal to what? This is what we are asked to calculate. We have two equations and we have three variables. So it means that we can't solve for A, O and M. To solve an equation, if you have three variables, we need three equations. But here we don't need to solve the value of A. We don't need to calculate what is A, what is O, what is M. What we are asked to calculate is, can we calculate the value of this given equation? And sometimes we can calculate the value of this given equation. We can calculate it just by assuming that we are multiplying the first equation with x and the second equation with y. Then you equate the coefficients of A, O and M. If you are multiplying the first equation with x and the second equation with y, the coefficient of A, that is the number of apples, will be 2x plus 3y. Now 2x plus 3y has to equal minus 6. What is the coefficient of O? It is 5x minus 6y. This has to equal 39. So you solve for both of these equations, you will get the value of x and y, and just check if the coefficient of mangoes also is matching or not. If it is matching, then you can calculate the constant term. Essentially what we are saying is that we are equating this one to this one, we are equating this one to this one, and then we will be equating this one to this one. That is our strategy. Now 2x plus 3y is minus 6, 5x minus 6y is 39. If you multiply this equation with 2, you are going to get 4x plus 6y is equal to minus 12. You add both of them, you are going to get 9x is equal to 27, or the value of x is equal to 3. If the value of x is equal to 3, this is 6, 3y is equal to minus 12, y is equal to minus 4. So x is 3, y is minus 4. Therefore, the value of the constant term will be 200x plus 100y. X is 3, so this will be 600. Y is minus 4, so this is minus 400, which will equal 200. So the answer for this question is option D. Let me look at the chat, guys. Let me know if the audio is correct. Audio is good because there was some issue with the audio earlier. Yeah, I think all of you have gotten it correct. We are starting a Swaraj batch, guys. This is to celebrate our Independence Day, which is coming up next week. The batch is starting on Monday. So if you have not enrolled to the Cracku course, definitely check it out. We will be giving you weekly revision videos. We will be giving you day-wise schedule. So every single day in the morning, you will get a mail about what we want you to complete. What is the concepts we want you to complete? What are the questions that we want you to solve? What are the topic tests that we want you to take? Similarly, on weekends, we'll tell you what are the mocks that we want you to attempt. And like many of you know, there are live classes every day on weekdays from Monday to Friday. I take the live classes every Monday at 8 p.m. I'll take the live class, and Sayali takes the live class every Tuesday. On the other 3 days, we have very good faculty who will teach you. The point of the live classes is to interact with the students often and solve as many questions as you can. Like many of you know, I always advise students to solve. Solving questions helps you understand your concepts, understand your weaknesses, and get a better grip on the concepts. And that is what we focus on in the live classes. In addition to it, if you are having any doubts with respect to your CAT preparation, if you feel that my score is not improving, my score is not crossing particular number, how can I fine tune my preparation? If you want to do that, you can book a slot on the mentorship and our mentors will call you at that particular slot. We have recently hired a couple of mentors just to ensure that we are able to reach more people and guide them better in this very crucial time for CAT preparation. So if you are looking to enroll, you can call us on this number, the number given at the top of your screen. This is the Swaraj batch. It is starting on Monday. Okay, I'll tell you who all. I think Anuja did well. Very well done, Anuja. She gave her method of solving the earlier question. Very well done. Saksham is saying audio is better now. Okay, good. Supraja, I think, also has gotten it correct. Guys, if you got the answer correct, please do mention your answer in the chat. Supraja is saying C. Many people mentioned C. The RD mentioned B. Let us see. Let us see. Which topic has higher weightage, geometry or algebra? I think both of them are equally important. Arithmetic is the most important one. Second most, I would say, are geometry and algebra. I would say maybe, I can't say, I think both of them are equally important. You can expect around 7 to 8 questions from arithmetic and 3 to 4 questions from algebra and 3 to 4 questions from geometry. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. Now we have P and Q are the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. In a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the sum of the roots, if you assume that the two roots are P and Q, P plus Q is equal to minus b by a. And the product of the roots, which is P into Q, is equal to C by A. In this particular question, the two roots are P and Q. So the sum of the roots is minus B by A. The product of the roots is C by A. We are looking for an equation whose roots are P square and minus Q square. If the two roots are P square and minus Q square, what is the sum of the roots? Sum of roots will be equal to P square minus Q square. Do we know the value of P square minus Q square? This is equal to P minus Q into P plus Q. We know P plus Q, it is equal to minus B by A. We know P minus Q because P minus Q is given to us, it is equal to 1. So P minus Q is 1 into minus B by A. So the sum of the roots is minus B by A. And what is the product of roots? Product of roots is equal to p square into minus q square. P square into minus q square, we know the value of p by q, this is c by a. So minus p square q square is minus c square by a square. Therefore, the equation will be x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots. This is the quadratic equation. This is equal to 0. Now sum of roots is given to us, it is minus b by a. So this is x square minus of minus b by a, so plus b by a x plus product of roots, but product of roots is minus c square by a square. So this is minus c square by a square is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. You can multiply the quadratic equation with a square. So this will be equal to a square x square plus ab into x minus c square is equal to 0, which is a square x square plus abx minus c square is equal to 0, which is option C. I think many people got this correct. Saksham Kaushik is saying happy Rakhi sir. Okay man, thank you so much. Happy Rakhi to you also. This is the next question guys, try to solve it. What would you rate as the difficulty of Cracku sectionals in terms of difficulty of CAT exam? We try to make them as similar as possible to the last CAT. So most of our mocks and sectionals, we are trying to imitate the difficulty level of CAT 2024. Yes, Supraja, you did well. I think your answer is correct. Guys, we have 155 people who like the stream. Please do like it. Let us target at least 250 likes. So we need 95 more likes. 95 more likes needed. Davis Joseph, have been scoring 15 to 13 sectionals, how to improve? I would say it depends on what you are doing right and what you are doing wrong. I would say if you are scoring around say 20 marks, focus on improving your concepts. It is likely that you are not comfortable with the concepts. So if it is for example quant, focus on the conceptual clarity in the three most important topics, which is arithmetic, algebra and geometry. Focus on understanding those topics. Try to get a sense of what are the kind of questions that are asked from those topics in the previous year's papers. So after you get some understanding of arithmetic, algebra and geometry, don't spend too much time. After you get a rough idea, a decent idea of what are the topics that are there, go through the previous year's papers, try to see what are the kind of questions that are asked, try to map it, and then try to practice more and more. You can practice from a wide variety of sources. You can also practice from say Cracku study room or the Cracku daily targets to get a good understanding of CAT level questions. Then solve a lot of questions and then attempt a mock again or a sectional again. Okay, let us try to solve this question. A, B, C are three consecutive integers between minus 10 and plus 10, both of them inclusive. So basically, we will have A as equal to B minus 1 and C is equal to B plus 1. They are three consecutive natural numbers. Now, how many integer values are possible for the expression A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus 3ABC divided by A plus B plus C whole square? Let us look at the denominator. The denominator is A plus B plus C. What is the value of A plus B plus C? A plus B plus C A plus B plus C will be equal to 3B, because A is B minus 1, C is B plus 1. If you are adding all three of them, A plus B plus C is 3B. So the denominator is simply equal to A plus B plus C whole square, which is 9B square. What we are looking for is the numerator, which is A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus 3ABC. A cube is B minus 1 whole cube plus B cube plus C cube is B plus 1 whole cube plus 3 times B minus 1 into B plus 1. This is the numerator. B minus 1 whole cube plus B plus 1 whole cube, if you are looking at this, B minus 1 whole cube is B cube minus 3B square plus 3B minus 1, and then you have B cube and you have B plus 1 whole cube, which is B cube plus 3B square plus 3B plus 1, and you have this term, which is 3B into B square minus 1. So this is 3B cube minus 3B, because that is B 3 times B into B square minus 1, which is 3B cube minus B. You want to simplify this, you can cancel this and this, you can cancel this and this. So basically what you are left with is B cube, B cube, B cube, 3B cube. So this is 6B cube plus 3B minus 3B. You can cancel these two. So you are left with plus 3B. So the expression that you have is simply equal to 6B cube plus 3B divided by 9B square. You can divide the numerator and denominator with 3B. So this is simply equal to 2B square plus 1 divided by 3B. Now for how many values of B is this a integer? That is what we are required to calculate. We are told that B varies between minus 10 and plus 10. If you are looking at this term, which is 2B square plus 1 divided by 3B, you want this to be an integer. What you would notice is that 2B square is obviously a multiple of B. 2B square is 2 into B into B. 1 has to be a multiple of B. Why should 1 be a multiple of B? Because the denominator is 3B. The denominator is a multiple of 3. It is a multiple of B. So the numerator has to be a multiple of B also. We know that 2B square is equal to B into 2B. So this is a multiple of B. This also has to be a multiple of B. So 1 has to be a multiple of B. So the only value B can take is either B is equal to 1 or B is equal to minus 1. If B is equal to 1, the value of the expression will be 2B square plus 1 by 3B, which is 3 by 3, which is equal to 1. If B is equal to minus 1, it will be 2 plus 1, that is 3, divided by minus 3, which is equal to minus 1. So there are two integer values it can take, and the two integer values will happen when the value of B is 1 or the value of B is minus 1. Let me look at the chat, and after that I'll go to the next question. Vedantika is saying, sir, I have to improve my speed, especially addition and subtraction. My poor calculation speed is reducing my attempt rate, especially in arithmetic. Should I explore Vedic maths? I would say going for Vedic maths right now is not a ideal use of your time. You will not, I think, also gain a lot of confidence in your calculation abilities. I would say just focus on solving. If you, basically I would say whatever you're doing, you have to get obsessed about it. Then you'll get better at it. So for example, if you want to improve your calculation speed, if you see any calculations in mocks or anything, just try to do it in your mind. When you're practicing also try to do it in your mind. When you're going to a store, then try to add up those numbers and try to verify the bill. If you're going to a restaurant, try to add up those numbers and verify your bill. If you're doing anything, if you see that you can add some numbers, try to do it. That way when you're training your brain, it will improve its speed. It is not as if your brain can't do it. It is just that it has lost the habit of actually doing these kind of things, so you're finding it difficult. One way I will tell you is earlier, maybe you guys might not remember it, but like say 15 years back, okay, before smartphones actually came up, we would remember the phone numbers of everybody that we want. That is, I personally would have remembered the numbers of say 5 of my best friends. I would remember the phone number of my father, my mother, my girlfriend, everybody's number I would know so easily. Okay, I would just remember it. I would remember at least like say 20 to 30 phone numbers in my mind. If you ask me any number, I would say, okay, this is the number. It is not just me, everybody would do that because at that time you didn't have your smartphone and you would remember these kind of numbers. But once smartphones came and you can store your contacts and all, and the need to actually remember those phone numbers has gone away. Right now I don't remember any number, maybe I'll remember 2 or 3 numbers. Other than that, I just have it in my phone or some contact store somewhere and then I would call them. But why did this happen? It is not that suddenly I lost my memory, right? It stopped happening because I stopped using that part of my brain because it is not needed. So because it is not needed, I don't remember phone numbers. Similarly, maybe in the last 2-3 years or maybe in the last 5-6 years, you stopped using calculations because they were not needed. So now for the examination, you are finding it difficult that your calculations are slow. How will you overcome it? You will overcome it only by performing the task again and again. So you'll have to do a lot of calculations. Whether it is in a mock, whether it is at your home, whether you went to a restaurant, anywhere you see a bunch of numbers, try to add them and try to verify your calculations. Just get your brain to get used to that habit of calculating. Then it will again start doing it faster. Okay guys, the time is up. Let us try to solve this question. In this question, we are told that log of 2 to the base 10 is equal to 0.3010. We are asked to calculate how many digits are there in 5 to the power 100. Whenever you are given an exponent, let us call this exponent to be equal to x, and you are asked to calculate what is the number of digits in x. One easy way to do it is calculate the value of logarithm of x to the base 10. Now once you calculate the logarithm, it will typically be something like some number dot some number. So something like say if it is a 2.5. I'm saying this 2 is called the characteristic and 5 is called the mantissa. So basically you take the integer part out of this logarithm. If it is say 2.5, the integer part will be 2 and you add 1 to it. So calculate the logarithm, that is the first step. Take the integer part out, add 1 to it. That is the number of digits in that logarithm. So in this particular case, we will calculate the value of logarithm of 5 to the power 100. Take the integer part out, add 1 to it. That will be the number of digits. So if you assume that x is equal to 5 to the power 100, what is logarithm of x? Logarithm of x is equal to logarithm of 5 to the power 100. This is equal to 100 log 5. But what is the value of log 5? We know that log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010. Log of 10 to the base 10 is equal to 1. But 10 is 2 into 5. So log of 2 to the base 10 plus log of 5 to the base 10 is equal to 1. Log of 2 to the base 10 was given to us. Log of 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010 plus log of 5 to the base 10 is equal to 1. So log of 5 to the base 10 is equal to 0.699. This is the value of log of 5 to the base 10. So what is 100 times log 5? 100 times log 5 will be 69.9. Take the integer part out of it. When you're taking the integer part out of it, you're going to get 69. Add 1 to it, you're going to get 70. So the number of digits in this particular exponent will be equal to 70. Remember what we said earlier? Whenever you are given a logarithm, whenever you are given any exponent, 5 to the power 100, 3 to the power 100, any number, calculate its logarithm, take the integer part out and add 1 to it. Let us look at the next question. Okay guys, if you have not been following us on Instagram, please do follow us. Our Instagram handle is Cracku Examination. This is the Instagram handle, Cracku Exam. It is followed by close to 45,000 people. Every day around 100-150 people join us on our Instagram. Please do follow us. We are putting a lot of effort to find useful content for you and upload it on our Instagram. If you have already followed us, please do message in the chat that you have followed us on Instagram. I'll give you a shout out. So please do follow us on Insta. It is Cracku Exam. Supraja got it correct. Very well done. Pratik Kadam also got it correct. Pratik, I think, has just followed us on Instagram. Well done, Pratik. Sir, should we focus on number system or skip it? How many questions are there in the section? Pratik Kadam, number systems is not a very important topic, but again I would recommend you to know the basics of number system. Spend maybe a few hours because if a very easy question comes from number system, you should be able to answer it. So at least be comfortable with concepts like say highest common factor, least common multiple, powers, prime numbers, those kind of things. At least sum of factors, number of factors. Those kind of topics, I want you to be comfortable because if a very easy question comes, you should be able to solve it from any topic. Number systems per se is not a very important topic, but easy questions can come from it. So at least know the basics. Okay guys, the time is up. Let us try to answer this question. In a particular base system, we are given 456 in base n plus 1277 to the base n is equal to 1755 to the base n. We are required to calculate the value of base n. So what exactly is the value of a number if you are trying to convert it from base n to decimals? If you are given, for example, 456 in base n is equal to, look at the last number, this units place, this is 6 into n to the power 0, which is basically 1, plus 5 into n to the power 1, plus 4 into n square. This is the value of 456 in base n. This is equal to 4n square plus 5n plus 6. Similarly, the value of 1277 to the base n is equal to 7 plus 7n plus 2n square plus n cube. And the value of 1755 to the base n is equal to 5 plus 5n plus 7n square plus n cube. The sum of this plus this is equal to this. That is what we are told. The sum of 456 to the base n plus 1277 to the base n is equal to 1755 to the base n. If you are just equating it, 4n square plus 5n plus 6 plus n cube plus 2n square plus 7n plus 7 is equal to n cube plus 7n square plus 5n plus 5. You are going to get a quadratic equation because you can cancel n cube on both sides, and the quadratic equation will be, this is 7n square minus 2n square minus 4n square, so n square, 5n, this 5n and this 5n get cancelled, so minus 7n, 5 minus 6 minus 7, so minus 8 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. You can factorize it as n minus 8 into n plus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of n is equal to 8. So the answer for this question is 8. Anuja is saying no daily targets on weekends. Yes, daily targets are there only from Monday to Friday. Guys, please do like the stream. We have 169 likes. Let us try to get at least 31 more likes before the stream ends. Vedantika is saying, sir, what should be my strategy for securing 98% in DLR, given that I just started from DLR practice? Currently, I'm solving 3 sets per day from study room. I think that's a good strategy. In addition to it, Vedantika, I would say practice the daily target LRDI also every day. And I would also tell you to practice from the previous year's papers of CAT. I think previous year's papers of CAT are a very good source for you to practice CAT level LRDI. So try to do that also. I think that will be helpful. Supraj is saying, sir, I'm struggling with getting to medium level, is getting the easy to medium level questions in VRC. Meanwhile, I'm good at the hard ones. How should I rectify it? Don't worry about it. What is hard and what is easy in VRC is very subjective. So you're getting certain types of questions correct and certain types of questions wrong. In general, I would say to improve in reading comprehension, it is very important for you to inculcate a habit of reading. And if you get better at reading comprehension, you will automatically improve in VA part as well. That is para jumbles, para completions and all. So focus mostly on improving in reading comprehensions. And to improve in reading comprehensions, I would definitely ask you to at least read 3 to 4 articles every single day without fail. And for you to get very good sources for this daily articles, Cracku provides a updated list every single day of Cracku daily articles we want you to read. There we post useful articles for CAT on a daily basis. Just follow that page. We will post the link for that page in the chat. Bookmark that page and go to that page every day in the morning at 10 a.m. We refresh it every day at 10 a.m. and we put 3 or 4 articles every single day. And they are very nice articles. Okay. The time is up, guys. How many 5-digit numbers are of the form xy, x, 7, 8, x greater than 0 are divisible by 11? Now, when is a number divisible by 11? If you are given some number, in this particular case, say you have x, y, x, 7, 8. When do you know that this number is divisible by 11? Sum of all the odd numbers, odd place digits. What are the odd place digits here? This one, and this one. And what are the even place digits? This one and this one. What is sum of all the odd place digits? It is x plus 8, which is 2x plus 8. What is the sum of all the even place digits? Which is y plus 7. This is the sum of all the digits which are in odd places. 1, this and this. This is the sum of all the digits which are in even places, which is y and 7. The difference between these two has to be a multiple of 11. Most likely it will be 0 or it should be 11 or 22. It can even be negative, that is it can be either minus 11 or minus 22. What is the difference between these two? The difference between these two is 2x plus 1 minus y. This has to be a multiple of 11. So if you look at it, 2x plus 1 minus y, there are only 2 possibilities. Either this will be equal to 0 or this will be equal to 11. So let us consider both the cases, which is 2x plus 1 minus y is equal to 0. And the second one is 2x plus 1 minus y is equal to 11. 2x plus 1 is equal to y, or y is equal to 2x plus 1. And in this particular case, we are going to get y is equal to 2x minus 10. In this case, we are going to get, I think 4 cases. X is equal to 1 because we are having, this is a 5-digit number, x is greater than 0, so x has to be at least equal to 1. So x is 1 and y is 3. Or x is 2 and y is 5. My pen is messing up. Or x is, this basically is 5, guys. Or x is 3 and y is 7. Or x is 4 and y is 9. These are the 4 cases that are possible. And in this particular case, we'll have, because 2x minus 10 is the value of y, x has to be at least equal to 5. So x is 5, y is 0, x is 6, y is 2, x is 7, y is 4, x is 8, y is 6, or x is 9 and y is 8. So here we have 5 cases. So in this particular case we have 4 cases, in this particular case we have 5 cases, so the total possibility is 9 cases, which is option C. Anuj is saying, are these CAT questions? Yeah, man, these are CAT questions. Okay, guys, I'll show you 2 more questions. I want you to solve those questions and post the answer of those questions in the chat. Okay, this is the 15th question, and I'll show you the 16th question. These are the 2 questions. Whenever you solve it, mention it in the chat, and these will be the last 2 questions for today. If you get them correct, then we'll pin your comment. This is the 15th question. 15th and the 16th questions. Okay, guys, that is it for today.